Alright, back out here in the garage working on the 1950 Minneapolis Moline ZAU. Heads off, blah blah blah. So we were working on this valve. Step one, way to get the rocker arm off. That bad boy sits in here and does its thing. It does have, I don't know if it'll show up on video or not. Yeah, you can see it. And you can feel it. There is some wear in the face that rubs against the cam, but that's what the adjuster bolts are for up here. We can adjust that right out of there. So got the keepers out. We got, I actually think that's like a valve rotator and spring, and the valve. For those of you that are sharp-eyed, there's a couple things missing. The two little keepers that fit in that groove that go down in there to keep it all together. Well, process of getting it apart. After I took the rocker arm out, that goes all the way down to the bottom of the crankcase. That goes all the way to the bottom of the crankcase. Guess where the keepers are? You'd have thought after I dropped the first one, I put a rag or something in there to catch the second one, but heck no, we went double or nothing, go for broke, right? Yeah, well, we're broke now. So now I gotta decide if I'm gonna drain the oil and see if it'll come out in the oil, or if I'm gonna pull the side plate. Yeah, simple project just got a little bigger. Anyway, I did file on this a little bit, but I don't think it really needed it. I still may, yeah, I don't know. It's not bad, but definitely a lot of carbon buildup. I think it's just what they just stuck from carbon and sitting. I got Mr. Wire Flinger put together, and because it would fit down inside the combustion chambers, and interestingly enough, if it will, look at that. Those are actually factory Minneapolis Moline exhaust valves. I can't read that one. And the intake is a 10A25697, I think, on that. RE, I don't know. Exhaust, yeah. The valve seat's a little pitted, but I mean, this thing's not going to see a lot of work, so I'm not too worried about it. Big thing is I still got a lot of head gasket residue stuck on here, much like on the ZB. So I'll work on getting that scraped, and I might put that wire flinger in that thing and get after it. And then the other thing I got to work on is we've got some more pretty severe pitting, not necessarily here on the middle exhaust ports, definitely out here on this end, and a lot down here on this end. Someone had suggested I'd posted on Facebook about the manifold over there about what to do about some of the pitting on the faces of it. Someone says JB Weld makes a manifold putty, so since I can get in here with a big flat file and kind of clean this up, I may try that. We'll use the wire flinger to get down in all those crevices and clean that out real well, and then we'll build that up with some JB Weld manifold putty. But yeah, I'll probably take this thing over the bench mounted wire flinger and buzz it up and see what it looks like, because it worked really good on the one that was stuck in the old ZB hiding behind the tire. But yeah, that's where we're at. Man, I really don't want to take that side plate off, but probably should, just because I don't know if it's bad gauge or what, but it wasn't, the gauge was not indicating oil pressure when I put it in the garage. So I may go ahead and pull that side plate off and go through the whole process of, and drop the oil pump and rotor-rooter that oil passage like I did on Grandpa's R. yeah, if you want to see all that, look back through my videos. Grandpa's are. There's a whole bunch of those because that was a big project. But what I found with it, here's the oil pump. Here, up here on the front of the crankcase, there's a couple of pipe plugs. I think it's this one is actually the oil passage through the casting that allows the oil to come up and get down into the oil pump. And Grandpa's R was so crusted up with crusty crust. I don't know what it was. The oil was not actually getting to the oil pump. 20 gauge shotgun brass brush worked beautiful to ream that bad boy out and get it cleaned up. And the R makes really good oil pressure now, so I think since I'm probably going to pull the side plate anyway, I'm going to just go ahead and drop the pump. Rotor that out, make sure we're getting oil to the pump, all that good fun stuff. Probably going to put an new oil pressure gauge on it, because that one's a bit rough. No point in that, because right up there is where we should have alternator generator or something. Don't have one of those. And there should be a temperature gauge there, and nothing. So a couple more things to do, see if I can find some gauges for it. And what I'm thinking about, since I got the heads off, so I'm gonna take this bad boy, heavy. So this is a standard 226C gas head. It's got a little, try not to break my spark plugs off. You kind of see the profile of the pumps that go into the compression with the combustion chamber. This is a 10A2647. This is the highest compression head that they made, and you can kind of see they added a whole lot more meat here, which fills up that pocket up there on the motor. I have bought tractors with that head on it just to get that head. I've got a couple of them. One of those right now, I think, on the open market, advertised proper, would probably bring as much as probably more than what I paid for this tractor. I think I stole this tractor at $200. One of those 2647 heads will bring $300-400 if a guy's looking to build a puller. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I got some gasket mess to clean up. Drain the oil pump, take the side plate off. I may not take it all the way off. I think I can take all the bolts and stuff loose and get it, well, I'll take it all the way off, but I won't pull it out because I really don't want to. Well, I'm going to have to, because that's a solid line. Dang it. Well, I'm going to do what I can to get in there, get the oil out, get my valve keepers. I could go total hillbilly and just go get new keepers because they're the same as small block Chevy valve keepers, but that leaves loose metal banging around in the bottom of the oil pan, and I'm not going to do that. So anyway, that's where we're at. Made pretty good progress for today. And while I've been working on this project, let's go out here in the backyard. All right. I think that's apple. Might be cherry, I'm not sure. I know there's some apple in there. There's a bag of hickory. That apple tree, that apple wood there, those chunks and those chunks there that are split came from a buddy's place. He had a big there's these big chunks of wood. That's all apple from this guy's apple tree. Big apple tree, old apple tree. Gave me the wood, said, if you ever smoke ribs, well, I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. Anyway, I can't see that. I got 2 racks of ribs in there, one for us, one for him. So while I've been tractoring, this is horrible video. There we go. So while I've been in the garage playing with tractors, I've been keeping an eye on my smoking. Let's see, get over here. Open this up. Yeah, so I've got an Inkbird thermometer set. Currently, cook chamber's at 203 because we just had it open, so it's dropped some. Needs it. The ribs are at 169 internal. I'm gonna go a little longer than that, but yeah, you can see the spike every time it drops. Every time the graph drops, that's when I open the doors. But yeah, I've been at it for a few hours. I forget. I don't know. But, all right, that's where we're at on the ZA, 1950 ZA. We'll get back to this 53 ZB later. I'll be back.